Did you know that it's cheaper to keep long-term clients rather than constantly hustle to find new clients? In this video, we're talking about how you can become an indispensable, people cannot live without you kind of virtual assistant. What's up, everyone? I'm Erin. I teach new VAs how to launch successful businesses. Today, we are talking about how you can become like a fine vintage wine, better with age. Step number 1. Learn to anticipate your client's needs. Now, this used to absolutely floor me when I was a brand new assistant. People would be like, can you predict what kind of services I need? I used to be like, no, I can't. But after 10 years of doing this, I've learned some tips and tricks to help you not just wait for tasks, but predict what your clients are gonna need. Over time, you will learn quirks and habits and certain things that your clients like or don't like. To give you a very short story, one of my clients, I noticed very early on when we were working together, I noticed that she liked to keep her Fridays light on work. So I did something very simple. I went into her calendar and from 12 to 5, I put a big old do not disturb block on her calendar. And then when we had a call and she asked me about it, I said, well, I noticed that you don't like having calls Friday afternoon, so I thought I would be proactive, block your calendar off. And guess what? Not only did she love it, but she has me now go through and add little do not disturbs on random times on her calendar. It was that kind of proactivity that was pretty easy and didn't really take a lot of brain drain or guessing on my part. Tip number 2, solve problems before they become problems. I know, it sounds so similar, but if you can learn to become the eagle-eyed VA who spots hiccups in workflows or potential calendar crashes and smooths them out seamlessly, you will make yourself an indispensable VA. Tip number 3, upgrade yourself. We could also say treat yourself, but it is pretty important that you as a VA stay ahead of the curve, at least in terms of the latest tech and tools. Because if you're up to date on the latest and greatest free tools, apps, etc., services that are available to you, not only for your own business, but for your clients, you're going to be insanely helpful. You can help their business grow and your business grow at the same time. For example, none of my clients research the latest, coolest tech tools online, but I do. And I was able to impart some wisdom about ChatGPT for some of them. And it actually helped some of them plan, or at least write. One of them had to write a memo. I said, well, just give it to ChatGPT and have it come up with a baseline memo that you can then edit. She was super happy, and it was also a tool she was pretty unaware of. So win-win if you can be the VA that introduces new tech opportunities to your clients. Tip number 4, be a strategy ally. I want you to just go beyond tasks. Good VAs do tasks that are assigned to them. Invaluable VAs suggest improvements and efficiencies and innovations that are going to help your client's business. Tip number 5, personalize your service per client. Like a bespoke suit, the perfect fit is everything. And I say this because not all clients are the same. They have their own personalities, they have their own quirks, dislikes, passions, etc., etc. If I approached all my clients in the exact same way, exact same manner, it wouldn't go well. I have one corporate client who's super buttoned up, and so I have to be somewhat serious and just very to the point. I have another client who's a huge ham, and we spend 15 minutes of every call joking back and forth and talking about families or holidays or travels or whatever. If I tried to have that kind of conversation with my corporate client, that would be a no-go. And so if you are so stuck in your ways that you're like, no, I need to build a rapport and talk to this person about travel. If you have a stuck-up corporate-y person who has no time for that kind of nonsense, you're not going to last very long. But that is to say, get used to each person's quirks and then approach them in your strategy, verbiage, in your tone, in the way you handle their work. Number 6, communicate with care. Now this tip is interesting because it requires a bit of a balancing act. Clients don't want to be inundated with 5,000 emails from you asking 5,000 different questions. But they also don't want to not hear from you for 2 weeks because they'll be wondering if you are still working for them. So there is a fine balance between your communication, and striking that balance is really going to depend on your relationship with your client and their temperament. However, as a general rule of thumb, I find it's really nice to make sure that when a client emails you a task, even if you can't get to that task right away, try to respond to them within 1 to 2 hours. That does require you checking your inbox fairly frequently, but if you see a task come in, at least acknowledge the task to say, I got it, thanks so much, I'll start working on this today, or got it, and I'll get this back to you by the end of the week. But whatever it is, your communication needs to make sure that you are handling each person with professionalism and a nice personal touch. And last tip but not least, be consistent. Reliability isn't just a word in your dictionary, it's your business mantra. Consistency as a VA means that you're delivering high quality work all the time, and it means that you are reliably present. So this is related to that last tip. But if a client emails you, respond, got the task, they can't see us. They don't have the luxury of looking out their window at an office and being like, yep, my assistant's working today. They don't know. So being reliably present where you can say, got it, working on this, when do you need this by, or I'll get this to you by next Monday. That's all. People are looking for presence and consistently good work. So if you are genuinely trying your best and letting them know that you're working on their work, chances are you're doing a great job. So friends, keep on serving these 7 tips and watch your retention rates climb the charts. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me to the end. If you have any questions, you have any comments, leave me a comment below. I try to answer everything as soon as I can here on YouTube. And be sure to head to my website, erinbooth.com. I have the most unbelievable program that I just launched for 2024 that helps new VAs launch, thrive, and grow. So be sure to check out that VA Business Blueprint on my website right now.